without further ado, I would like to invite our speaker, Eunice, to give us her presentation and tell us all about Kilimanjaro and what she learned. So welcome, Eunice.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mwangi, for the introduction. Of course, our mind is the biggest mountain that we must conquer. I want to go to the next part. All right. This is what Lily was talking about, the Gilmans Point. Now, the Gilmans Point is a point whereby when you're down there, actually, for me, when I looked up, I asked the guides, is there a city up there? And they laughed and they said, no, those are people who got there before you, because it's up there and then it looks like stars because it's at night. You start the journey to summit at midnight. So it's at night, so you're just seeing torches up there and they look like it's a whole city. Kumbe ni watu walifika mbele yako. And then when you look at where you are and you're told that is where you're going, it's impossible, right? So that is called Gilmans Point. It's 5,685. Now, just to give you a perspective, the base camp, which is called Kibo, is 4,700 meters above sea level. So it means for you to get to Gilmans, you've gone up about 900, almost 900 meters up. Is it? Yeah, 885 meters up. That is elevation. And that takes you to Gilmans. We've already gotten to know each other. I can see on the chat that, most of you have typed who you are, where you're joining us from, and keep typing, keep saying, the kind of customers you're looking for. As I said, we normally do this every Thursday, and this is the forum where you come, network, and just share what you sell. You never know whether your customer is here or not. Okay, so we've got to know each other. So I want to ask, when you think of mountains, what comes to mind when you hear the word mountain mentioned? For me, it is beauty. Whenever I see a mountain, whether I'm driving or walking, I feel like, oh, wow, that mountain is so hikeable. It looks so beautiful. It's climbable. Yeah. So tell us, what comes to your mind? For me, other words that come to mind is majesty. It's so majestic. It's just standing there and, illuminating its own beauty to all of us. For those who read the Bible, for me, it's also another place of communion or connection with God and nature and myself. What comes to your mind when you hear mountains? Now, if you ask mountaineers, why do you climb? And Anne, why do you climb? We say it is challenge, it's difficult, it is, obstacles, all this. Why then do you keep climbing? Lily, why do you climb? Maxwell, why do you climb? John Kinyaji says mountain is a place to meet with my maker. Judith says difficult situations, obstacles to be overcome. So why do we climb? Please tell me why. Some mountaineers will tell you they hike because the mountain is there. Anne climbs to learn more about herself. Many hikers, when you ask them, why do you hike? Why do you climb mountains? They'll say, because mountains are there. Let's hear from others. Anne says because she gets to know more about herself. For me, I climb because of what it takes. It takes everything, all of yourself, endurance, persistence, your willpower, your stamina, and, just name them. And because it's a physical obstacle, for me, it's a representation of the mental obstacles that I have. And therefore, so long as I can conquer this physical obstacle, then I can conquer the other mental and emotional and spiritual obstacles that, inhibits my mind and my life. Isaac hikes to improve fitness. Well, hiking high mountains is not about fitness anymore. Fitness, you can attain it in the gym. Okay, Lily, a way for her to unplug from the busy schedule. Awesome. Okay, let me see more. Climb to overcome the challenge. So there are many, many reasons why people climb. And for me, it is where I conquer self. You know, when the Bible says that you need to surrender all, you know that song that says, I surrender all. You have no idea what it is to surrender until you get to this top, and you realize, well, you have fully surrendered. So it's that place where I surrender. It's that place where I connect fully with God. It's where I feel I'm now in tune with God because it is already, I've already surrendered. Whatever he says, I'm ready to hear. Okay? I want to just show you this.
You can deny me. You can decide to turn your face away. No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it. Though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. Thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Whoa, whoa, something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of Jericho. You can deny me. You can decide to turn your face away. No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it. Though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. Thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Whoa, whoa, something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of Jericho. You can deny me. You can decide to turn your face away. No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it. Though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. Thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Whoa, whoa, something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of Jericho. You can deny me. You can decide to turn your face away. No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it. Though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. Thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Whoa, whoa, something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice, louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of cherry. You can deny me. You can decide to turn your face away. No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it. So you're doing.
I decided to put that together. It's just a summary of what Anne and Lily were talking about. And please type in the chat. What are you getting from all this, video and images? Of course, there's what we post that you saw, people who are very excited at the summit, but there's a reality behind it. And I wanted you to see that, yes, it is a journey. It is not easy, but it has to be done, it has to be done. I'm trying to, yeah. So what emotions, now you've got there, and you can see what Anne was saying is that between Stella and the summit, you can see how long it was. That's a space that I would say it took me like 2 hours, and it's meters, maybe 300 or 400 meters. To get to Uhuru Peak. But it takes you hours. It's agony, it's work, hard work. And what are some of the emotions that you get while you're there? For me, there are emotions of a mixed feeling of, sadness that, oh my God, I've conquered the highest point in Africa. I am not sure I want to conquer another one. Or, what next? And then the other emotion is of victory. And the other emotion is of, submission. Like, oh my God, I'm such a tiny thing compared to the majesty of God and the mightiness of God. And other emotions for me is, humility. I'm humbled that I could do it. And of course, immediate reaction is, I will not do that again. And that's why Lily and other hike mates tell me, do not make a decision in the mountain. So why am I sharing all this? How does this apply to your life, to your business? Do you have a mountain? We all have mountains. We all have Mount Kilimanjaros in our minds, because that is the summit inside you. You know that there are obstacles, there are fears that you have, there are, goals you have set, but then you don't pursue them because you fear to fail or because you fear to lose the comfort that you already have. If I can tell you, you've seen a situation where I was literally like walking, sleeping. Well, when I was standing there, I actually thought I was walking, but when I see it in the video, I realized I wasn't actually walking. I was standing and sleeping. And there are those moments whereby you're like, is it worth it? Is it worth to pursue this goal? Like you set your New Year goals at the beginning of the year. It is end of October. It doesn't look like it's anywhere near. So it's the end of the year is so close and your goals are looking so far. Is it possible to conquer that? Is it possible to achieve them? And having come from Kilimanjaro, I can tell you that human beings are created with enormous capacity to conquer anything. Because, being at 5,800 meters above sea level, the oxygen levels are very low. You see the way they say if you sleep with a jiko, there's carbon monoxide. So that's the effect it has on you, that you're like slowly dying. Somehow you survive. You've seen me sleeping on my back on the snow. When by the time I sleep on my back is the pain that I was feeling my chest was painful. I had developed a cough. Now that's not a good sign in the mountain, by the way. I was puking everything I tasted. Thank God for Anne who was able to eat chocolate. anything that went to my mouth, or even an imagination that it can get to my mouth, I'll just puke. But one thing kept me going. I have to summit. And what was the reason why I had to summit? Number one, going down without summiting meant that I will come back to Kilimanjaro. Because I cannot, how would I not conquer Kilimanjaro? So the idea that I will come back, I was like, no, let me do it. It's a game of once and done, and move on to the next thing. And so my question to you, what goals did you set at the beginning of the year? Have you given up on them? Getting to Stella Point, Stella, everyone feels like, you know what? I have already taken photo at Gilmans. I can take photos because they have Kibao at Stella. That's enough to show that I was in Kilimanjaro. And you're tempted to give up. And that's when it beats you so hard. And I'm thinking, is that where you are? Please type in the chat. Where are you at when it comes to your goals? Yeah. Isaiah says, everything is possible with positive attitude. Continuous improvement is key. I think when it comes to those a level of altitudes, it goes beyond positivity. It actually becomes a resolve that I will do it at whatever cost. All right. Now, let me give you some reasons why you must keep walking. You can see that on the video, I was walking very small steps, one step at a time. And the point here, the point in life, the point in business, the point in sales, it is to keep going. Do not stop, because the moment you stop is the moment you have given up. Now, why do I keep walking or working, even when things are not looking good, even when things are not working out, even when you're sick? And I am speaking, Kilimanjaro is not the first summit I've summited. I've summited Mount Kenya. I have done other things against odds. And I'll give you an example. When I was selling life insurance, one particular year, I decided I was going to do what nobody had done in my branch in a year. Basically, I was going to move my sales from 2 million the previous year to over 10 million in that year. And I remember at some point, okay, there are good things and bad things that happen. One of the good things is that we took a holiday for a month. So that basically means that you're not focused on sales for that particular month. And then immediately coming from the holiday, of course, holiday modes, they're good moments. I had gotten pregnant. And then in the middle of achieving this goal, I lost a baby. And I remember when I came from theater and I'm asking, of course you cried all of it, that you can cry, the tears, everything. And then I remembered, Eunice, it is this year. You have to achieve this goal because you don't have another time. You have to do it. And I remember I finished my cry, came home, took some 3 days of crying. And then I told Eunice, it's time to go back to work because you're not going to compromise on this goal. What am I asking you? That even when things are not working out, even when things are so thick, what is it, that you can do? For me, the downside to me, like giving up, it's going down. For me, going back, why I could not tell my coach that I was struggling with breathing was because my guide, I knew the moment I tell him, that is a danger sign. And it means that we go down before I summit. So I kept just saying, just allow me to keep stopping. I would walk 10 steps, I stop, 10 steps, I stop. Why? Because going down was so limiting for me. And I like to look at the unlimited upside because now I've summited Kilimanjaro. Who knows? The next could be Everest. I haven't said anything. But there are many possibilities when you got to the top. You open a lot of possibilities. when you meet those sales targets, when you meet your business revenue target, it opens up unlimited possibilities. And I like to borrow from Matthew 5 from verse 14 to 30. I believe that majority of you are Christian. It says, the parable of the talent. One was given 5, the other one 2, the other one 1. The other 2 multiplied their talent. They saw the upside possibilities, the unlimited possibilities. They multiplied. But there's this guy, and I liken him with many of us who have so little, people who have the least to lose are the ones who struggle to let go. Because you find that people with a lot to lose, they actually take bigger risks. But yako ni kidogo, you yeah, it's so little to lose, but you're afraid to lose it. And it's what this guy who was given 1 talent did. He said, Master, I know you as a selfish guy, so I decided to hide your talent so that when you come, you find it. It's like holding. You want to hold to the little that you have instead of letting go. And in sales, what we train at 20X is that you need to release, let go, share, give. It shall come back to you. But what do we do as Kenyans? Oh, I have ideas. I don't want people to steal my idea. Ideas are just that, ideas. The moment you got it, millions of other people got the same idea. So the idea is not important. How do you execute it? All right. Number 2, I like to trust the mountains have taught me to trust the process. The guides will keep telling us, Eunice, take it slow, 1 step at a time. In Kilimanjaro, they say pole, pole, don't be in a hurry. The mountain is usingangane na mlima, all right? And I'm just saying, these are lessons I've learned because, I'm a bit fast, but these are lessons I'm learning that usingangane na mlima. Don't ngangana. Just take 1 step, but make sure that every step, it's taking you to the next, to the next, to the next. Just don't stop. There's some guy who said that if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving. All right? So let's not be in a hurry to get rich quick, that you want success so quickly. Trust the process. Number 3 is perspective. Ecclesiastes 2 verse 14 says that a wise man's eyes are in his head. Basically, it's Solomon who was saying that, you need a vision. You need to have the right perspective. Now, what happens to us? Instead of giving meaning to circumstances, we derive meaning from circumstances. For example, when I was up there, I had a choice to, because I'm vomiting, I am struggling to breathe. By the way, that's not a good thing. Yeah, I'm struggling to breathe. I'm having all these struggles. I can't walk. I had an option of saying, you know what? This means that I am dying, or this means that I cannot do it. So I had a choice of deriving meaning from those circumstances. But I chose to give meaning to my circumstances. What my mind was telling me is, Eunice, this means that when you conquer, there's nothing impossible for you. And therefore, I kept going. When we were with Lily in Moshi, my son had called and said, Mom, make sure you summit. So at that point, when I was feeling it is so difficult, that voice was saying, Mom, please make sure you summit. And I was like, I'm not going to come back and teach my son how to give up. I have to do it for his sake. Number 4, ask the right question. Many times in business and in sales, people ask me, what if it doesn't? What if I don't close that customer? Instead of asking, that's a wrong question to ask. Why don't you ask? When I close that customer, how would life look like? When I summit, how will it look like? Ask the right questions. Don't ask, what if I don't? It is, when I do, what will happen? You see, because you're giving yourself possibility that, there's no option. I have to do it. I will do it. So ask the right question. And number 5, which is the last one, is many times in business and in life, and especially now in Kenya, everybody is working to make the money. And we forget one thing, that you will make so much money if you can build a system that can make money. It's the same thing when the guides tell us, pole pole, don't be in a hurry. Build your resilience. Build it pole pole. Build a system. As for me, is as you go up, you're building, you're acclimatizing. I remember we spent one day acclimatizing at one of the camps. That is what it is known as building the system. Now, in your business, in your sales, are you doing accidental sales, hit and run, the one that there's even no process? You just wake up and leo nitaenda wapi, and you just go. You need to build a process, a system that will keep generating sales, even when things are difficult. Are we together? Please keep typing your lessons on the chat, because it's almost time, 8:01. I'll not keep you longer. Just take 9 of your minutes and then we're done. All right? Now, as you type your lesson, I want to give you an exercise. And let's call it your Mount Kilimanjaro exercise. Yes, you may not have summited Kilimanjaro. We have done it for you, those of us who are here. So you don't have to worry about that. But you can summit your own Kilimanjaro. And in this case, what is your Kilimanjaro? In this case, you can talk about your revenue, your income, your sales. Is it toward, by the end of the year, at 20x? Those who come for training, we have a course we call 12-week Sales Accelerator program. Now, this is where we set a big goal that we want to achieve in 90 days. So do you want to achieve your Kilimanjaro in 90 days? Why I love 90 days or 12 weeks is because it is short enough to be able to postpone a lot of things that are taking your time. It is also long enough to be able to get results that you need. Remember, you cannot summit your Kilimanjaro when you're still carrying a lot of baggage. If you see me on the video, you realize at some point I gave away my day pack. I gave my guide to carry for me. Even the walking stick became difficult. I gave it away. And it's the same with your business. There are things you have to say no to so that you focus on one big thing that will propel the 95% of the results you want. All right? So, do you have a notebook? Please write your Kilimanjaro goal today. And once you do that, I want you to write a story as though it is happening. Just imagine you've already selected a date and a time. Select a date and a time when you're going to reach your summit, like we did at Uhuru Peak. And now tell the story, as though it has already happened. Like, you are at the summit, you've got, say, maybe you want to achieve 10 million in the next 2 months. And I'll tell you, when I was new in selling life insurance, I joined the company in the first 3 months, I did not sell anything. Then on the 4th month, I sold 5 policies. And then the next 3 months, I sold nothing. And then I decided, something changed in my mind, like, why you limit mediocrity to qualify for AKI? AKI is an award in the insurance industry. It's for all companies. And he looked at me and he smiled and said, it's impossible. I was asking that question in the middle of September, having done only 9 policies. And then he says, my friend, you need 30 policies. At time I've done 9 policies for a whole year. And now I'm telling him, you know what? I'm going to do it. So he told me I need 30 policies and I'll also need 1.8 million. This is 1.8 million of the policies people pay, 5K, 10K, zote zifike 1.8. I told him, I am going to qualify for Aki. And guess what? On 31st of December, I had my 30 policies and 2.1 million. All right. So when I speak about the Kilimanjaro goal, that time I was not a hiker. I never had interest in hiking. By the way, I started hiking last year only. Okay. So it's not something I've done for long, but hiking is teaching me the things that I've been doing and bringing new perspective into life. All right. So have you done that? Let me see in the chat. What are you learning? And now, once you do that, one thing I learned is that a coach, a guide is your most important companion in summiting your Kilimanjaro. Because these guys understand the route. These guys understand how the altitude affects you. They have been there, they have done that. Get someone to guide you. Get someone to coach you. Why? Because there's what you want and there is a terrain. My friend, the terrain is hard. It is difficult. You need someone to keep telling you, let's keep going, you know, sip some water. You need some oxygen here. You need that coach, all right? Are you guys still here? Please type in the chat. What are you learning? Aha, I see Mercy Demo. Yes, ask the right questions. Aha. There's someone else here. Judith, I needed these nuggets. I'm at a point where resilience, consistency, and conquering. Oh, awesome. Thaya, everything is possible. Yes. Keep typing in the chat. So so just to tell you what we do, I'm done. But just to tell you about 20X Entrepreneur, this is a company, a sales consultancy company. We help businesses grow sales 20 times in 3 to 5 years. This is our Kilimanjaro goal, maybe Everest goal. And it's just to help you as a salesperson, as a business owner, to grow your sales 20 times. How do we do that? We recruit salespeople on your behalf. We train them, we coach them, we manage them on your behalf so that you can achieve your 20 times goal. All right? So just to let you know, in case you want to learn more, to grow your sales, to maybe we recruit for you, whatever you want us to do, we are available to do that. We do sales recruitment. We recruit and we don't recruit and dump them to you. We recruit and train them so that by the time, so that we save you money. Many of you recruit, and by the time you realize your salesperson will not deliver, it's been 5 months or 7 months. So we make sure that those who need to leave, they will leave within at most 2 months. They leave your organization if they're not going to deliver. Because we monitor, we train and coach and monitor them, okay? So we have 12-week sales accelerator starting on 15th of January, 2024. Please start planning for it so that you start the year fast and strong. And then we have Leaders Mastermind. This for entrepreneurs who want to have a clear sales strategy and how to manage teams. This is starting on 8th of November. Please book your slot. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Any questions? I could answer some questions before I let you go. I have a minute. Any questions or comments or complaints or compliments? Just share. You can share in the chat or you can just unmute and speak. Let me see. Shiro and G, yes. You need a coach? Yes, at 20X, we have coaches. You can always reach out to us. Dorothy, yes, you're required. Awesome. Mercy, how to reach you? Derek, Faith, please type our contacts on the chat. How about the mastermind training? Is there a registration fee? Yes, you need to book. Our 12-week sales accelerator is a 12 weeks program. Why is it 12 weeks? Because we want you to, summit your Mount Kilimanjaro in 12 weeks. So we kind of had hold you, make you do some uncomfortable things. If you listen to most of our students, they're like, oh my God, it's work, because submitting a mountain is not easy. It is work. So we had hold you, we train you, we coach you, we make you do things that you've not done before that are going to lead you to, jumpstarting your sales. Yes, so you need to book. Our team. Derek, are you there? Faith, did they leave?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, please type our contacts on the chat so that people can book the trainings. The 12 weeks is 60,000 shillings. And the Leaders Mastermind is 80,000 shillings. Now, Leaders Mastermind is for only people with teams. You're either a sales manager or you own the business. For the 12 weeks, it's both for business owners and salespeople. Okay. Doreen, what are your key training sales areas? We train your salespeople based on what they need. We sell. So just tell us, what do you want to do? And we sell many things. We sell manufacturing. We have FMCGs, companies that we manage sales for. Specifically, we have a company that manufactures detergents, and we recruit, we train, we open new distribution channels for them. So when you ask us which areas we train you to sell, make sure that you close the sale. So now, depending on your team, what area they're struggling with, we can customize a training for you, Doreen. Okay. And great lessons shared on rebooting sales efforts. Yes, please do. Maxwell, good lessons for everyday life application. Okay. Derek has shared a phone number there. You can also share our website. Julius, how about the LX product? Can you kindly connect? Yes, we do, because we work, maybe I forgot to say something. We work with one of the manufacturing companies called LX. LX is one of our, we manage the sales, we recruit distributors. So if you want to start a business as a distributor, please, again, reach out to us. There's a number there Derek has put on the chat. And I'm sure Derek will be sending you the recording and more information about the trainings we've talked about. So don't worry. Okay. Let me see anything else. Yes, Shiro, yes, we can become your coach. Awesome. Have a wonderful night. See you when you join, whatever you need to join. We are here to support you to grow your sales 20 times.